that this information is going to be edited and cut down to 30 minutes and be part of the level 2 of manifesting breakthroughs. So if you are in that upcoming program that's being released next week, inshallah, as they say, God willing, you will see this in the content, because this is too good not to. Actually, I would put this in that content, but you guys, since you're in these webinars, you guys get the up-to-date stuff, and I don't hold back on you. So you get to hear it, and I'm pretty amazed by it, actually. I was just given the key today. I was actually laughing with or at the universe in a way, because I feel like they keep giving us techniques in order for us to get it, to understand that we are really just a part of the whole, that we are all that is, that our consciousness is everything. So there's no disconnection in anything. There's not having things that we think we don't have, because if we are everything, how can we not have it? But somehow people don't know to really get that concept that if everything is me, how could I be lacking anything? So a way to know if you're really getting that concept or not is looking at your everyday experiences and seeing what is bothering you. Okay, so I'm sure in everybody's life, even if it's going great, and you know, I won't talk about being a victim of circumstance, but you know, every life can be happening around you, but it doesn't have to become your issue. Even if there's people around you that are creating an issue for you, you don't have to be the victim of that circumstance unless you want to. So that's one thing, but that's not the secret that I have to teach you tonight that will tell you how to fix anything in your life. And how much is that worth to you? My PayPal address is, but seriously, I have the answer. It's amazing. So what can I say? If you feel like you don't have something, or you're worried about something, or there's something in your life that feels like crap, and believe me, I've been experiencing that in my own life. That's how, you know what? That's how I get the answers to these things for all of us, because I have to go through it, and then I finally, at some point, get the answer to how to fix it. And if I would have had this answer like months ago, I would be a lot happy. I would have been a lot happier even this morning. I just find it so funny that they keep giving us techniques, how to close the gap, how to realize that we're presence, how to realize that we are, I am that I am. Like all of these things that that the universe keeps teaching us, but yet we still fall into lack. And really anything that's going wrong in your life is a form of lack. So that's basically it. And if you have a form of lack in your life, then you have a disconnection in your life. And, you know, I've been pondering a lot lately, like, what is the point of being here? Because I was feeling, I don't know, I was kind of looking at the overall bigger picture, and it's like, you know, we can have enjoyment in the things that we have and that we do, whether it's traveling, whether it's having an amazing lover in your life, whether it's, you know, living on the beach, whatever these manifestations are that we are creating. But are they sustainable? I mean, they're great for the moment. They're great you know, when you're doing it, they're great when you're creating it, when you created it and you realize it, but is it really sustaining? And gosh, I have so much that goes into this answer to everything that's going on in your life that I hope I remember it all. I hope I don't miss something. Yeah, so I was wondering that, like, what is really sustaining, even if you had the most amazing sex life, which would be nice, but just say you did. It's great when you're going through it and when you get to enjoy that, if that's what you're enjoying. But is it really sustaining? It's not really sustaining. It's great. It's fun. You can have fun with it, but is it sustaining? How about, you know, just anything? So what is it? What is our point of being here? And the way that I was trying to measure it in some sort of fashion the other day was, okay, what is the point and is it sustaining? If it's sustaining, then I think it is a point. I think it's a good point. So what in your life is truly sustaining? I'd like to hear in the chat. What in your life is truly sustaining? Please participate. And yeah, I'd like to know what's sustaining in your life. I'd really like to know. Just find that a funny question. I do. Okay. Let me just look at my notes for a minute because I just want to make sure that I'm hitting some. I mean, I don't even have it all in my notes, actually. The information has been being channeled to me, actually, today and not long ago. I thought I was going to talk about something else tonight, but I should know that I'm going to talk about something that I've never expected I'm going to talk about. And the other thing that I should mention to you is I know that I already know this, but I just want to put it out there that I know that I channel this information, but the proof is that a lot of the stuff that I've taught, especially recently, since I've been really working on level 2 of my manifesting breakthrough, I have given to you guys, and I was planning to take some of that and put it into the content of my level 2. And to be honest, I look at the videos at the titles, and I know the title, and I know I spoke about it, but for the life of me, if I can remember everything I told you, I can't. I'm like amazed at myself. Like, really? I've got to watch those webinars all over again to know what the heck I said? So that is a sign when somebody's channeling, when you forget really what you said. And so it kind of sucks in a way, just because I really would just like to remember everything I told you for like at least 4 of those videos, because I really want to talk about those things in my manifesting breakthroughs level 2, and I can't even remember the details. That is a trip, and that is weird. Excuse me, it's very hot. I must be channeling because I'm really hot, but it's hot up here anyway, but. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the chat. When I truly make a difference in someone's health. Okay, so fulfillment is sustaining. Fulfillment, I would say. That's a good thing to note. Let me just note that. Fulfillment is just sustaining. Would you agree with that? I think. If I think of it just now, I think that fulfillment is sustaining. So that's what I think that you're saying, Liz, is that when you make a difference in someone's life. I mean, okay, I'm not, if that's sustaining to you, that's awesome. And I'm not saying it is or it isn't. If it is to you, it is. Respect is sustaining. being respected or respecting others, or what exactly is respect sustaining? Well, I guess if you say respect, I'm taking notes on this because this is awesome. Okay, let me see. Making a difference in someone's life. Is fulfilling. Well, maybe you have a better word. If you have a better word for that, Liz, let me know, because I'm just putting what comes to me. And then Brenda said respect. And so I would say, to me, if I was just like working through, again, if you guys think of a better word than I'm giving, because I'm not like I'm not Jesus. I don't know everything. I don't know. Does Jesus know everything? I'm not whoever knows everything. I don't. So I'm just doing my best here. Respect, I would say that is a form of, it makes you feel good, to be respected, feels good. So feeling good is sustaining. That's a pretty good one, because feeling good is aligning with truth because it feels good, right? Lies, when you feel bad, it's a lie. When you feel good, it's a truth. So, I mean, if you just want to make it simple, if you just want to look at this in a simple way. So if you feel good, which being respected feels good, that is sustaining, I suppose. The one thing that I might question is, do you need to feel that someone is respecting you in order to feel good? That can go around and around. Maybe, maybe not. But maybe just that the fact that it happens does feel good. I'm just talking out loud. I don't have the answers. This is impromptu. I didn't know we were going to talk about this. Let's see. And so then Homer says, when I'm able to help people and animals in a positive way. So helping others. And that kind of goes with Liz's, when I said fulfillment, but helping others, I could also say, and this could be one for you, Liz, as well, is being in service, right? That's being in service, right? Which I was going to talk about tonight. Okay. And then Liz says, when I see people getting better after the changes I recommend. Okay. So what is that? What is the bottom line on that one? Now, my only thing about these things that we're talking about, whether it's being in service, whether it's feeling fulfilled, whether it's feeling good, my question is, back to what I said with Brenda's about respect, do we need to do these things for people around us in order to feel good, fulfilled, and sustained? Like, if you weren't helping people, would you feel sustained? Would you feel good? Would you feel aligned? I mean, is helping people a necessity? I guess that's my question. I never thought of that. I mean, I know we all want to be do-gooders. I mean, a lot of people just want to help other people or other animals or situations. But why is that? Is it because we're supposed to? Because we're feeling good? Because it's our job? Is it because why is it? And is that sustaining? And I guess on certain levels, that's pretty sustainable, because it all equals being in service at some point, right? And why are we here? Why are we experiencing? Why are we here experiencing things? So I'm just gonna back up to my little story again. So Liz gets a lot of satisfaction out of helping other people. But would you have satisfaction if you didn't? If you were just not seeing, like nobody needed help, and then you were just you, and you were doing whatever, would that be sustaining? I mean, what do you need to help people to feel good? Who cares, right? I mean, I guess people care. I don't mean to say it like that, but I'm just trying to get to some sort of a point here. What was I going to say? I was just about to say something to you and I forgot. Give me 1 second. Oh, I was thinking about the point of life and how people normally go about their life. If you really think about it, bottom line, doesn't it feel like we're all here surviving? Now, we might all be surviving at different levels. Some people might be happily surviving. Some people might be running the rat race, surviving. Some people might be having a really hard time surviving. But if you were to be like this being that looked down at life, looked down at the life that we know of this world, of even the universe, and you just saw people doing what they do all day. Like if you imagine your neighborhood and you're like watching the cars going to work, going to the beach, going to run errands, watching people at work, watching people do their errands, go to the bank, go to the store, go home, clean the house, doing. And the number one thing most people are doing to begin with is surviving life, because these errands need to be done, this work needs to be done, because, you know, we gotta pay the bills, or we gotta, you know, somehow keep up with that, whatever our duties are. Maybe we're running around just because we're running around serving people. Okay, for whatever. I'm not judging any of it. I'm just saying, if you look down, it looks a little crazy. Well, it did to me. Maybe it looks good to you. I don't know how it looks good to you. I don't know if it looks good to you. I'm just saying, when I look at it, it looks crazy, and I wonder why the hell we're doing it. What is the point of the rat race? What is the point of getting up every day and running around and doing what we do? What is the bigger point to this? Brenda says, I feel good when I expend my energy and raise my vibration. Yeah, that feels good. Is it sustaining? Back to the question, is it sustaining? I'm taking notes on what you guys are saying, though, because, you know, I sit around and ponder this crap all the time. I'm not saying it's crap, but I sit around and ponder this stuff all the time. This is welcome to my life. Yeah, so I just kind of look around and think, wow, it looks like craziness to me. Why do we do this? And then in the bigger scheme of things, like if we are a being in the spirit world looking down at the people that we were living with, or maybe not, maybe we're just looking down at what humans do, we might go, wow, that's interesting what they do. So that all kind of made me think, then who really cares? And I'm not going really anywhere with this point that I'm making right now. I'm just like sharing, and, you know, for whatever reason, I'm guided to share this with you. So you can think too about what it is. I don't have any answers. I do have a big answer to you, an answer for you today, though. I have the solution to any lack that you could be experiencing. That's all. That's all I have for you today. But you're going to have to listen to me ramble a little bit first. You're going to have to work for it a little bit. So I was just like, what is the point of this running around, this racing around, like in the grand scheme of things, when they were just going to die and it really doesn't matter. Speaking of dying, Wayne Dyer died last Saturday, not this last Saturday, Saturday before, which was the same day that the hurricane remnants were hitting my area. And it was a pretty crazy weather, energetic night. It was a full moon. And the weather was nuts. It was thundering and lightning and the wind and the rain was crazy. And I could hear the ocean crashing. Like, it was wild. Just imagine, with, especially with the full moon, it makes everything swell. It makes all the energy just like bigger. So not only was weather already big, the full moon was making everything bigger energetically. And I sat on my bed in the dark with my salt lamps on because it was the lightning. I've seen too many houses that have been struck by lightning. Let's just put it that way. And I was just like, let me just like unplug everything and turn off what we're not using. And so I was in my room by salt lamp playing my Native American flute to try to distract myself from the craziness that was going on right outside my window. And yeah, that energy was crazy. So the next day I found out that that was the night that Wayne Dyer died. Although it was in Maui, they were also experiencing a hurricane in their area. So I think it's amazing that he chose such an energetic exit. I mean, how beautiful is that? When I die, I want Venus to be going direct. No, do I want it to be going direct or retrograde? I want Venus to be going some way. I think direct. And I want it to be a super moon. And I want Mercury to be going in retrograde. That's what I want. Actually, that's what happened when I left Egypt. I didn't plan that, but I couldn't have planned a better exit if I could have thought of one myself. I think though Venus was going in retrograde actually, and Mercury was going direct. I think that it was reverse. That was amazing. And I saw Venus above the pyramid. It was awesome. Anyway, yeah, so I think I should have an exit that's exciting too. So when he died, obviously, well, I don't know if you would think obviously, but I was very affected. I was so sad. It was as if I knew him. I've learned so much from him over the years. He was one of my biggest influences and teachers. And I just always thought he was really amazing because he seemed tireless. He worked and he worked and he worked. And if he wasn't writing a book, he was talking on PBS or speaking the circuit or at some event speaking, or he was always speaking and writing and moving and writing and speaking and working and working. He was just a constant, he was just a constant. It was like, this is somebody truly in service. And I'm not saying that you have to be like a big workaholic. I'm wondering if he's a Capricorn. I don't know. I wonder what sign he is actually, but not saying that you should do that because that proves that you're in service, because you can be in service in many ways and you don't have to work your ass off to do it. But to me, he was a prime example. It seemed like he never tired himself of it. And I think it was like at least 3 years ago, he got really sick. That's when things started. And then I was like, oh man, you know, like, I just really need this guy in this world. And then you didn't really hear much about it. And then I guess finally he had a rare, I think it was a rare disease of lymphoma and leukemia. And he was okay with it. Like they were saying, his family was saying that, you know, I always knew that this was temporary, basically, and like, you know, he's not taking anything with him. He, you know, he's just ready for the next phase in his journey. Of course, he would say something like that because he was really, I mean, he taught this stuff. But for me, I was like, wow, like, how do we, I know this sounds a little crazy. Like, of course, we're going to survive. Lots of people are amazing and lots of people die and we're still here. But I was like, how do we, he was to me such a pillar of light. So to me, it was like, whenever, you know, there was a question or whenever maybe there wasn't enough faith, it was always that you could turn to him and his teachings to tell you how to get through it and that you'll be okay. So to me, it was like a very reassuring light in our world. He was there as a reassurance, as a teacher, as a, you can do this, and this is how you do it, and a way shower. I mean, he was an amazing teacher. And I mean, you say, like, I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do without that support? What are we going to do without that pillar of light? I can't imagine, like, not having him. And then I started thinking, well, Jesus died and we're still alive. And obviously he was an amazing pillar of light, right? And lots of other people. And, you know, one of my dear friends, Jay Levinson, that I've told you guys about, like, he's right up there. Him and Wayne Dyer are like right up there together as, to me, like two just freaking amazing people in my life. Even though I never met Wayne Dyer, I like cried for like 2 days, maybe not straight, but I was like, and I think about him, I get really teary. It was so weird. But I know it was just the fact that he made such a huge impact on my life. He taught me so much. And just forever grateful for those lessons. Hold on. I have tea with me and I just want a sip of it. So anyway, so things change. People die and everything shifts. And I got word today that someone else I know is dying, like he's on his last 24 hours. And it's just like, you know, well, actually I got an email. I said, I heard this person has their last 24 hours and this person is ready to go. And just like, and that dead person sent me an email. Like, it was just like, wow, what a thing to wake up to today. So it's just hard. It's, when something happens, no, regardless of what it is, regardless of how big or small it is, it shifts. It has to shift everything in your life and everything has to change. And you wonder why these experiences have to happen. And I hadn't thought about what this thing with Wayne Dyer is for me, with this new thing that I am going to tell you today that is going to be the answer to all your issues. It'll be the way to fix everything. Aren't we lucky? I was just reading the chat. So, yeah, where do I go from here? I guess I'm going to tell you the great unveiling. Let me just make sure there isn't something else that I should say first. Okay. I'm reading between the lines because this is what I was going to talk about, but then it changed, like, just out of nowhere, it changed. Okay. So let me just start by saying that everything in life, in your life, in my life, in all of our lives, we're the creators of our life. We are I am that I am, right? So we're the single meeting point within our universe. You are the single meeting point of yourself in your universe. I am the single meeting point of myself in the universe. So if I am and you are the single meeting point in your universe, how could there be lack? There couldn't be. And that sounds great. But how do you apply that? And that's what I said. I said, that sounds great. I can believe that. But how come I still feel lack about this, even though I believe that? Okay? And anytime that you feel not good, it's definitely a sign that you are lacking something, whether it is your connection with source, whether it is your connection with the world. And you know, when we're on our journeys and we are like asking to expand our territories, for example, like how powerful is that? Like we say, like that is so powerful. And I don't even really know how my territories are going to be expanded, but I'm asking to expand my territory. And that's a big deal when you ask that. And expect that your world is going to be a little bit shifty because you just asked for something huge. Okay, so that was that last meeting that I read that stuff? Because I don't remember. It might have been. So that's one thing. So when you do that, when you say expand my territory and you open your energy, and every thought that you have increases your consciousness, increases your universe. And every feeling increases and every perception increases it. So your universe keeps expanding and expanding, expanding and growing and growing and growing, right? So maybe sometimes you might be feeling growing pains where you expanded all this stuff out by just saying it, by meditating, by going on a spiritual journey, by clearing yourself, by whatever means. Maybe you just asked to expand your territory. But you just asked and expanded, but yet you're staying mentally, physically. I mean, thank goodness we don't expand out that much physically because we'd be really big and fat and huge. But maybe our energy didn't meet the expansion yet. Even though I am that I am, we have our limitations as humans, and that's what we're here playing with. That's what we're here learning with. So we have to remember that when we ask for something to really grow and expand, that you need to grow and expand with it. So when we said, I think it was the last meeting, oh my gosh, hold on one second. I'm going to keep talking, but I forgot to check this. I was just wondering if I forgot to send this login stuff to one person and they just popped in my head. So I just want to do that. But when you say you're going to expand something, you have to remember the next day when you wake up, okay, Brenda, you sent me an email, but I think that you got it. I think you're in. Because I think you're in because you're participating. So I just want to see if yes, good. I did good. I didn't mess up. I just wanted to make sure. I'd feel horrible. Okay. Okay, good. All right, here we go. So you have to remember that after you set your intention or you tell the universe, and you know, we're doing these meditations where we're expanding, where we're clearing, where we're creating these bigger bubbles of I am that we are. But then the next day we wake up and we start doing the rat race as we did the day before, as if nothing changed, as if we didn't ask to expand our territories. We can't be the same person we were yesterday. And I would say ever. Whether you have consciously said, expand my territory or whatever you did to expand or not, because I believe, and maybe this isn't always true, but I think it is true. I think it's always true. I believe that every day we think of things that we really want to experience in our life. Is there ever a day that goes by that you don't think of something you want to experience? I don't know. That would be, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure every day I think of something, even if it's just like, oh, it'd be nice to have that car, or, oh, wouldn't that be nice? You see somebody doing something or having something, or, oh, I wonder when this is going to happen because I'm ready for it, or whatever. So every time you think something to be, or dream something to be more in your experience, your universe already shifted and opened to that energy. So your universe expands with every single thought. So right now, the more I talk, the more you're expanding, and you're responding to what I'm saying, whether you're believing it or not. It really doesn't matter. The fact that I'm talking and you're hearing information, you're computing, and your energy is shifting with it. Okay? So you can't now tomorrow, now you can, and that's what we do. So I'm not going to say you can't do anything. You can do whatever the heck you want. But tomorrow, you really, if you want to play this game of expansion and get what you want, you can't wake up tomorrow and be the same person. You can't. In fact, every moment you can't be the same person, but I'm just trying to make it doable. Okay, so I tell you to change every minute. That's a big change. Like, what am I now? Well, I just thought of that, so now I have to be this new person. But then, wait, I just thought of that, so I better be this new person. That would be a little weird. And it's okay. It's doable if you can do that. That's awesome, because you're going to keep shifting and expanding and being really conscious about it. And so when you're conscious about it, you can shift into your new self. And so, like, say, like, you thought, I want to be a million, I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I know I am. Shoot, let me go change my clothes, because I'm looking at me, and seriously, if I was, experiencing being a millionaire, I would be wearing something else. Maybe you wouldn't. I'm just giving an example. Maybe you would be naked if you were a millionaire. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just giving you examples of things that you might change. But you're ever changing with every single thought, every request, every desire that you put out there. And guess what? You're never going to stop desiring, requesting, expanding. Why? Because we live in an infinite universe. The universe is infinite, so you're going to have infinite experience, whether you're in this body or in spirit. So you're going to just keep expanding into this infinity. And in fact, you are the infinity, but we have some limitation energy going on here, being in our human selves. And that's how we play the game, with these limits. But let me tell you the first key. I don't know how many keys there are, but I'll tell you the first one. Did you know, I never really thought of it this way, I don't think, but did you know that the universe never offers of lack? What do you think about that? The universe never offers even one expression of lack. Never. Never. How could it? The universe is abundance. The universe is the I am that I am. And the universe knows how to be it. We're learning. I guess maybe when we're out of this human life, we know what it feels like. I don't know. But the universe remembers we never experienced anything lack. How could we? I want to know how we could experience anything lack. Now, you might be saying, well, I don't see that 1,000 I needed. And I don't feel loved, and I'm really lacking my freedom right now because this dude is just got me like hostage. Let's see, what else? What else? Like, tell me any lack that you have, because there isn't any. Even these examples, like, let's see, what else? What else? I mean, there's just a million things. Maybe you are experiencing not feeling good. Maybe you're worried about yourself or other people. Maybe you see people around you experiencing lack or death or loss of a loved one or sickness. And all of these things could be considered not feeling good, right? Depending on who's dealing with it. And if it doesn't feel good, it's a lie, right? And if you don't feel good, you're probably disconnected from source, from your truth, from your light, because when you are connected to your source, to your truth and your light, you feel good, right? But the universe only knows abundance. The universe only knows lavish abundance, so it doesn't give us anything lack. Even though you might say there's 50 million starving kids in Africa or wherever. No, that's not lack. It's not. So how could the universe be giving us any lack of anything if it only knows abundance, if it only is abundance, if it only vibrates abundance, if every thought we have, if everything that you wanted in your life right now was with you, that you had it all, you would feel no lack, right? But if you think about it, if you've even thought about it for even 1 second, whether you wanted it or not, it's already a part of your universe. Regardless if you like it or not, it is a part of your universe. And whatever you think, and especially whatever you think of a lot, and whatever you feel, and whatever you feel a lot, is what you're going to get, and you're going to get it a lot. Because why? The universe only knows abundance. So you're not lacking, you're getting a lot of whatever it is. So if you're worried about somebody that's dying, you're going to get a lot of that. If you're worrying about somebody who's sick, you're going to get a lot of that. If you're worried about money, you're going to get a lot of that. And if you're worried that you won't have clients, you're going to get a lot of that too. And if you're worried that you don't have your freedom, boy, you're going to get a lot of that. And if you're worried about anything, you name it, you tell me, what are you worried about? Right now, think about something that you're worried about or something you feel like you don't have. Okay, let's do a little exercise. Let's just do a little exercise here. So hopefully you have a piece of paper. If you don't, okay. Let's see, how can we do this? The exercise. Think of something that you're experiencing in your life right now that you don't like, that doesn't feel good. Okay, so I have like 2 examples. Oh man, my battery's gonna die. Hold on. I don't want the webinar to shut off now. Okay, we're in the safe zone. Okay, think of something that's really, been bugging you lately. Or something, yeah, think of something that's really been bugging you lately. Let's just start with that. Okay, and then you can apply it other ways to this process. I want to teach you how to understand that the universe only works from abundance, that there's no lack. This is awesome, seriously. Okay, so think of that one thing that's really been bugging you lately. Write it down or just think about it. Now, when you think of that thing that's really been bugging you, what do you feel is lacking? So I have a couple examples. So I have this one example of this person who found me from one of my YouTube videos. And in one of those videos, I wrote that technique about when you get your money, when you have a bill, that you write down the date and you thank the universe, and then you put the envelope aside. I mean, you open it up, you write the date that it's due and the amount that's due. And if it's like a bill that you're making payments and there's a bigger amount due, I put up both amounts and I say, thank you, universe. You see, I have to pay this. I'm just very happy that this is getting paid early, whatever. And you stack it in a pile, right? The last thing you do is ignore your bills. Like, I don't know how I'm going to pay that, so I'm just going to ignore it, or I'm not going to go to my mailbox, or like, that's the worst thing you could ever do. Like, don't ignore your bills, just face them, because if you ignore them, then the payment for them is going to be ignored. So you got to face everything. Face your fears head on, okay? Take care of your shit. I don't care what it is, take care of it. Ignoring just makes the universe ignore it too. So if you need something, even though it doesn't feel good, taken care of, you got to start taking care of it so the universe helps you take care of it. If you ignore it, if you pretend it's not there, if you're in denial, the universe is going to ignore it, pretend it's not there, and be in denial. But if you face these things head on, the universe faces it head on with you. So this person found this thing, and then she wrote to me. I don't know how. I don't know if she wrote me an email or she wrote me something on YouTube itself. I don't remember. But she wrote something like, oh, I saw your video and you said to write the date and the amount and, thank you. And I totally believe this. And I just totally believe this. And I did it. And I need to have this thing by September or whatever. And so I just, want to make sure, you said it. So, does it always work? Does it always work for you? I totally believe it. I just want to know, is there something I need to know? Like, does it work for you? Like, she had all these questions like that. And I was like, okay. She kept saying she believed it, but she doesn't. Because if she truly believed it, I wouldn't be hearing from her right now. And I wouldn't be hearing these questions like, did it work for you all the time? I mean, was it sometimes that it didn't work? I don't remember all her questions, but there were things like that. And so it was clear that she really didn't believe it. Even though she was trying to feel like it and pretend into it, she was convinced. She was convincing herself, I think. But from what she was writing, I could tell that she didn't, because if she trusted it, she would have just done it. I would have never heard from her. She would have just done it, right? Okay. So then, I don't know how much longer. I said something back to her, and I don't remember even what I said. It was just something like, I don't remember. I don't know. But then I heard back from her again. I don't know if it was a week or 2 weeks. And she said, well, I totally believed in this and I did that. And I really believe in it, but nothing's happening. I haven't seen anything happen. Nothing's changed. Somebody was supposed to review something. He didn't do that. I haven't heard anything. So nothing's happening. So, what am I supposed to do? But it was a long thing. And I was just like, oh my God, if you want an appointment with me, make an appointment or whatever. This is number one. I could see so many inconsistencies with her believing it, not believing it actually. And you know, I'm not going to sit here and just take all my time to, you know, coach somebody on manifesting. I mean, it's a process. You need to be, it's a practice, right? It's not, it's like as if somebody went to go, you know, they want to do a yoga pose. And then they say, oh, well, I just started and why can't I get into this pose yet? Can you just tell me how to do it? Like, obviously, you probably need to go and get your body flexible to be able to do that. I can't just tell you because I can do it that, or maybe I can't, whatever, but if because I can do it or I tell you how to do it, I can't tell your body what to do to make it happen that day. You have to practice. It's a practice. And so I wrote back to her and I basically said, you know, I don't know what you want. Do you want a session? Because, you know, this is a lot. And I'll just tell you 2 things off the top of, you know, tips right off the bat is number 1, you aren't believing it, because if you did believe it, I wouldn't be getting these emails from you. And number 2, I don't remember what number 2 was. What was number 2? Number 2 was, you know, when you have to watch your words. It was something like that. Like you know, the way you're speaking, you're pushing it away, actually, because you're saying, you haven't seen this. They didn't do this. Nothing's happening. By the words that you're using, you're pushing it away. So you're not attracting it. So you need, you know, to know how to work the manifesting, right? And then I receive another email. Oh my God. I receive another email with this long saying, I really don't understand, but she's like, oh, well, I'm, you know, living off my sole income, but these are all my problems. And if I would like this to come, I would like this certain person to buy this certain thing with this certain amount by this certain time. And this would, you know, if I got this, then it would help me pay all of this stuff. And I really need this because of that. And I really have this other problem because that had to be done first, but then that didn't happen. And then this thing happened. Like, it was just like all of this, like, oh my God, I didn't want to read it. Like I already said, if you want an appointment, make one. I'm not going to spend my time doing that. So I still didn't. And then she said, can we do a Skype? But it was like, first it sounded like she didn't want to pay for an appointment, but then she wanted to do Skype. So I really wasn't sure. So then I wrote back again and I said, so are you wanting to, you know, purchase an appointment? But let me just tell you up front that it's not, an appointment is not going to be like me waving a magic wand and making your outcome happen like that. You need to learn how to manifest. There is a process here. And you're going to have to teach yourself how to stay in alignment. And like right now, you're not. So I'm not saying that you can't create this quickly, but I'm also saying that if you're expecting to have an appointment and me to wave the magic wand and it to just happen, you know, chances are that's probably not going to happen. You have a lot to learn. So I'm just telling you up front that this could take a lot of work. It might take time. And you're going to have to make a lot of belief changes within yourself. By the way, that the stuff that you're saying, I can see where you're having all these problems and why it's not happening. And then I said, you know, you could do a reading, or I would suggest you just take the Manifesting Breakthroughs class because you need to really learn how to manifest. So anyway, that was, why am I telling you this story? Oh, so in regards to what her problem is, I was like, why am I telling you this story? In regards to what her problem is, she wants this thing to be sold, but with this certain amount, and that this certain person is supposed to buy it, right? Wouldn't she just be happy if anybody bought it? Because she really just wants the money. But she's so limiting herself by saying this person has to buy it, and this person is she kept saying he was a serious buyer. So what are you worried about? If he's a serious buyer, then won't he buy it? Like, why are you? So there's so many just inconsistencies. So what is her big deal? What is, bottom line, what is her lack? By hearing this story, her lack is probably she needs money. She doesn't have money. She also complained about her job, that she didn't make enough money. And how much money she wanted to make and all this stuff. So her bottom line was lack of money. She wanted this thing to be sold so she could pay this other stuff. It was all about not having money and wanting this, feeling this big lack of money because she really wants this thing done, right? So what do you think? So her issue is that she feels like she doesn't have enough money, that she can't make her ends meet. Maybe it's more, but I'm just gonna make some assumptions here because this is just an example. So when you think of what is really bothering you, what is really the thing that you're lacking? What is it that you're feeling that you don't have, that you want to have? Like, if I didn't have this problem, if I would just had this thing happen, if I had this thing happen, so for that lady it was if she could just sell this land. So if you could just, I'm sure you've been thinking about your problem, and if this one thing could just happen, then I would be fine. Okay, right? That's how it works. So what is that one thing that you need to happen equal to you in lack energy? What are you lacking? Or what are you lacking? Let's see, how can I? Because you want to feel better, because you're not feeling good. It feels bad, so it's a lie. It's not the truth. So it's going to be a disconnect for you. You're feeling lack, which is a lie because the universe only gives you abundance. So whatever's bothering you, it's probably been very abundantly bothering you, right? So whatever you're lacking through that thing, the universe is giving you a lot of abundance of that. So if I felt like I needed my freedom and I don't have my freedom and somebody is taking that from me or holding me hostage, I'm sitting there going, I will not be held hostage by this person. I want my freedom. And they are, it's like, in essence, holding hostage. I mean, maybe not like a real hostage situation, but energetically and physically, it feels like I've been held hostage and I don't have this freedom that I am craving. And if I could just have my freedom, I'd feel so much better. And it would be by this situation happening that I could get my freedom, and then I'd be happy, right? So the universe doesn't give anything in lack. It only gives everything in abundance. So I have been feeling an abundance of feeling restricted or limited, or like I can't do what I want to do. Like something's in the way of me feeling good, and so it's taking my freedom away. Like if that was my ultimate, that I just want my freedom, something's really taking my freedom away. So the universe gives me lots of opportunities, abundance of feeling like I have no freedom. And for that lady, the universe doesn't know lack, so it gives her lots of abundance and feeling like she doesn't have money. Like she's really feeling that. That's why she's so desperate for this thing to come through. And if I was really feeling like I didn't have my freedom, that's why I'm so desperate for this thing to happen, because I just want my freedom. So what is happening to you in abundance that's keeping you, because the universe doesn't give lack. You're not lacking anything. You are getting an abundance. You are getting a, what do you call it? What do they call that when something is rolling down the hill? You are getting a, well, I don't remember. What do you call that when something is picking up speed and it's rolling down a hill? You're getting a stampede of abundance of whatever it is, whether it feels good or not. So if you're worried about somebody being sick, you're going to have lots of opportunity to worry about that. because the universe only does everything in abundance. So you're going to have so many worries about that. What's happening with this sick person, or something is going to happen to this person. You're going to have a lot of experiences of this, whatever feels bad or whatever you're afraid of. You keep thinking about it, you keep experiencing that, you're going to have a lot of abundance of experiencing that. So no matter what, the universe never comes from a place of lack. Avalanche, thank you, Shanti. Avalanche, an avalanche of abundance, an avalanche of whatever you feel like you're lacking. It just builds, and it's this avalanche that just keeps going and going and going until you realize, I am not living in lack. My gosh, look at all of this restriction I feel. Isn't that freaking amazing? Oh my gosh, look at all of this, worry about not making ends meet. That's hugely abundant. That's so much abundance. I'm feeling it every day and I feel like crap, and that is just so abundant. Hello? Sorry, that's weird. I smelled sage burning. How can that be? I didn't even burn sage. That's weird. So there's more to this, but the moral to this particular part of the story is, whatever you're choosing to experience, whatever you are saying is going on, and the more you keep saying it, the universe is like, yeah, give them more of that. That's right, abundance. Because all we know is to give abundance, abundance, abundance. You're worried, here's some more worry. Here, you're worried about sickness. Okay, let's just make things more sick. More sickness. You're worried about not having a lot of water. Okay, let's give them more drought. You're worried about not having enough money. Let's make sure we take the money away too. Let's just make sure we just get rid of these clients, get rid of these payments, get rid of whatever source that your money was coming in. It'll get rid of that too, because it only does everything abundantly. It can't not give you the abundance. So that's the point. Whatever you are saying, feeling, knowing, worrying, whatever, whether it's something that you're feeling good about or something you're feeling bad about, the universe is going to give you an abundance of whatever feels good or feels bad. It is not prejudice. It has no concept of bad or good or yes or no. If you're thinking it, if you're feeling it, and the more you feel and think something, the more avalanches of that abundance is coming your way. Yes, we live in an abundant friggin' universe. What a concept. I am that I am. What a concept. When will we get it? How many strategies, techniques, aha moments do we have to get for us in this particular situation? These webinars, do we have to get for us to finally get it? We learned about presence. We learned I am that I am. That everything that you see is actually everything that's in us. That every time you have a thought, it becomes, it is, your universe expands. That all you have to do is ask and it's given. And how are you asking for it? Are you asking by asking? Are you asking with gratitude and being positive and being grateful? Or are you asking by being worried and being stuck in the mud and not being able to get past that problem that you just keep dwelling on it? Because everything that no matter which way you're doing it, you're asking for it. And the universe, fortunately, or sometimes unfortunately. But the universe is only abundant. It knows no lack. It cannot give you lack. It can only give you a lot of what you are thinking. And it will always give you a lot. It'll give you tons. It'll give you avalanches. I love that. Avalanches of abundance, no matter what it is, whether it feels like crap or it feels amazing. Oh my goodness. I've seen the light. I have seen the friggin' light. So what do we do? That answer should be so easy for you. What do we do? Come on, this answer's, I know you know the answer. You have to know the answer. The answer's so easy. The answer's so easy. The answer is think about what you want that avalanche of abundance to be. So if I'm not feeling freedom, I need to go and start focusing on everything that feels freeing. And I need to play my flute and make a freedom song. And I need to paint a picture that reminds me of freedom. And I need to get up every day and change who I am. Because yesterday is gone, and I expanded and expanded, and I became something else. I upgraded. I downgraded. I went sideways. I don't know what I did, but I changed in some way. Whether it was a perception, whether it was an issue that happened, whether you saw something different. Whatever you believe is what you will experience. So think of something that you absolutely believe and that you see the evidence of it every day. So for me, I've said it a million times, I live in amazing beauty. I wake up in the morning and everything around me is beautiful. Whether I'm in my house, whether I'm looking out any window, pick any window, every single window. It doesn't matter. Any window in this house, there's beauty outside that window. Amazing beauty, not just little bits of beauty, amazing beauty. Every single window. And there's a lot of windows in this house. And anywhere I drive, it's beautiful. And I just know it because I see it all the time. So what happened there? I saw the beauty. And since I lived here, I saw beauty, and it grew, and more beauty because I just kept noticing that every day I saw beauty, and it grew and grew until now I just live surrounded by beauty. It's amazing. I feel like I live in a Disney movie. See the rabbits, the turtles, the pelicans, the dolphins. There's dolphins out there almost every day. At the Blue Moon, there was like hundreds of dolphins. I mean, it's just magic. It's just like turn on the magic out there. Because I always say it is because it is. That's what I see. So the universe just keeps giving me avalanches of beauty. Tons of it. It's just like beauty, 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 beauty. So that must mean that I must feel a lot of beauty inside of myself too, because I couldn't not. I'm vibrating in beauty. So think of what that is to you. What is it that you experience all the time that is just a given? Okay? And then think of the things that are not a given. Think of the things that you keep experiencing that you're wondering how the hell you're ever going to, make that million or pay off that debt or get money regularly coming in or have the amount of clients that you want. You just got the answer tonight. And it's so simple. It's so simple. The universe doesn't know lack. It only operates from a place of abundance. So anything that you're feeling, You are going to get in bucket loads and avalanches, abundance of it. So are you going to choose to have an abundance of whatever you're worried about? Or are you going to look at your worry, look at the issue that you're dealing with? So like I said about the freedom, or this woman with the money. Okay, if her thing is the lack of money, she needs to wake up every day and start being grateful for the money that she does make. When she gets a payment, be grateful for her check. Be grateful as she sends money for her bills. When I send my money for my bills, I always put a heart. I mean, I don't use checks that much, but if I do, I put a heart on it. And I'm grateful. And I mean, it's great to have the money to pay your bills, right? It sucks that it might suck if you have to just pay all your bills and then you run out of money, but then that's a different story. If you're running out of money, that is what you need to look at, because if you keep feeling like you're running out of money or just making ends meet, then what is that? And how can you see that the universe is giving you an avalanche of that abundance of not having quite as much as you would like, constantly playing in the background? Well, we'll give her some clients and she'll be, a worker bee and do her thing and make enough money and just slide by. But we're not going to give her an avalanche of clients because she's still saying that she doesn't have enough. So we got to make sure that she continues not to have enough, because we only know abundance. I can only give her an abundance. The universe is always giving us. The universe is always giving us abundance. Always. Every single day we are receiving abundance. But is it the abundance of what you want? That's the real question. So start looking at those things that you're feeling like you don't have and identifying what you feel like is your worry or that you don't have, and then decide that you're going to start, how can I start living like these, that I see people that are healthy, that people are going to be okay, that they're going to thrive and live. I mean, how can I start living that way so I can see the abundance of that happening? How can I see that my bills are always going to get paid on time, and actually that I have, $50,000 that just sits around in the bank all day? I mean, whatever it is. How can I start turning my thoughts around? What is it that I really want? And how can I keep thinking about that so the avalanche of abundance can come in that way? Because the universe is always giving to us. It needs to give to us because it has more than enough. It's just flowing with abundance. And it'll just keep, every day is like, okay, where's that vibe of that left Cindy today? Let's give her more of that. And believe me, I've been having a lot of some weird things. And I am so glad that I am going to be changing that up, because it's so simple. There is no way that the universe could ever express lack. It just doesn't. And neither can we. We don't have lack. Actually, we don't have lack either. We have abundance. We're having abundance of everything in our life. So we're not lacking either. Isn't that amazing? Because we are the universe, we can't lack either. So everything that you thought you were lacking, guess what? You just found out tonight that you're not. You are only an expression of abundance. And there's no way that you could ever experience a lack situation. You're only experiencing a shitload of abundance, people. Isn't that awesome? I just think that's so awesome. So happy dance. Seriously, that is like the best thing that I could have ever heard. You heard it right here, right now. And now it's time for you to start putting that, turning things around, have fun with it. Now that you know the key, have fun with it. I want you guys to take a notebook tonight and write down all those things that you've been worried about, that you've been feeling that you don't have, all of those things. And I want you to put what is it that you really are wanting to experience instead of that, because you're experiencing a lot of that in all that abundance. And you want to flip the abundance to feeling better, to the things that you want. So what is it that you really want? And tomorrow you wake up and you start doing it. And if you start getting edged back to that feeling of not having, maybe if you remember that the universe is an avalanche of abundance and you think, okay, I'm thinking this again. And then you might say, but it's true. I'm just being honest. The universe goes, wow, that's awesome. That is true. And we're being honest too. Here you go. More abundance of it. Right on. We're with you on that. So I guess you just really got to think about it and decide that you're not going to, that either you're going to just make an excuse of why, or fight it, or say why you need to feel that way, because the universe won't fight with you. The universe will say, I only know abundance, and I'm going to give you an avalanche of abundance. If you want to believe that, that is so great, because here's a ton of it. Here's more. Here's more opportunity. We'll make sure that you're going to have every opportunity to be worried about this issue. We're just going to keep giving you worries. We're going to keep giving you things to make you feel bad, to make you feel sad, to make you feel worried, to make you freak out, to make you just want to, whatever you want to do. Or you can say, whoa, I am so glad that I just found this out, because I am really tired of having an avalanche of abundance going to this worry or this issue that I have been dealing with and not getting out of that dimension. And I want this dimension. And that is of this energy. And this is what I want to feel. And this is what I want to see. And you know what? My mind might want to go back to worrying, but I'm going to say, that avalanche is coming and I want it coming over here. And yes, I could go and worry, but if that avalanche is coming, I want to be looking this way. So I'm going to look this way. So imagine if like you were going to get an avalanche of money. Say it was physically coming to you. Hey, Susie, the avalanche of money is coming your way right now. Okay, so you're like, cool, the avalanche is coming. It's coming down the street. It's going to be here at 2 o'clock tomorrow. At 2 o'clock tomorrow, if I knew that that avalanche of money was showing up at my door, do you think that I would say, but I just want to be worried. Let me just look at my bills a little bit. I know that avalanche is coming at 2, but I know that I have bills that I should be worried about. So instead of just being excited about welcoming the avalanche, I think I'm just going to worry about my bills. That's awesome. I think I'll just do that. Wouldn't that be weird if you did that? But actually, that's what we're all doing. So it's not really that weird, because we do it every day or often. So think about it that way. Wrap your head around that. Don't let yourself go to that avalanche of worry or that avalanche of whatever you're not liking. Don't let yourself go back there. You know, we sit here and we meditate. Yeah, the energy's coming down. Oh, the Merkaba's spinning. Oh, I feel so great. And I'm so high. I feel so good. Now I'm going to go to sleep. And then tomorrow I wake up and I go, oh shit, I'm worried about that thing again. When is this ever going to get better? When is this ever going to get better? Oh, let me go meditate. Oh, I feel good again for like 2 hours. Oh, but I keep looking back at what I don't have. The universe keeps giving me an avalanche of more. But maybe now, if you realize that that avalanche is coming like this, like it doesn't really have a wait time. It immediately starts working the minute you start thinking. So you don't really have a grace period. So if you don't have a grace period and you are going to be tempted to feel bad about something or worried about something, just know that the universe is going to respond to you with abundance, an avalanche of what that is. And maybe, just maybe, we might get it this time. And maybe we are going to start saying that I just thought of this and that avalanche is happening right now. And no, I'm stepping out of it. Oh, yeah. I believe the money is really here. The avalanche money is here for me. I am so cool with that concept. And I'm not going to worry about it because every time I think about it, it's starting to come. And the more you think about it, the more it comes. So what more can I say about it? I don't think I can say anything else. If you have anything to say about it, please do. I guess my question is, do you think that was as amazing as I did? Because I think that's pretty darn amazing. It's so simple. It's so simple. It's like, how come I didn't get that before? Think of those things that you know to be true in your life, like me with the beauty that I see over and over and over every single day. I can walk out even at night and see beauty. I can walk out any time of day and see beauty. I'm so blessed. And I just say that so easily because it's so true. And every time I think about, like, I was going to go, Shanti, let's go to this place in India. I follow this lady on her blog, and she's been staying in this place in southern India. And they were saying, oh, what's good here? And they're talking about how great this little town is and that they have great beaches. And I'm like, oh, we should go there. And I thought, like, I live at a great beach. Why am I traveling all the way to India just to go to a beach? That's so stupid. Like, why? I have, like, dolphins right outside my door almost every day. We're probably there every day if I went out to look. But I don't need to go find another beach location, although it's nice and I love going to Hawaii, and we're, next week leaving for Bimini, and I'm excited about that. And different beaches are different, yes. But there's a lot of things to see in India, so I don't think I need to go to the beach there. I mean, it'd be nice to go there, but there's a lot of other things. So that shouldn't be my focal point. That's my point. So Brenda says it's amazing. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Thank our Seraphim for sharing once again. I mean, I see them laughing, seriously, because they tell us over and over what to do, and we go, yeah, and then we don't do it. But I wonder if we'll do this one. I think I will. If I didn't, I'd be stupid. I'm not calling you stupid if you don't do it. I'm just saying. So let's see. I want to do some readings because I think that's all I got for you. It's like pretty straightforward. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to help, but I think it's pretty darn straightforward. The universe is abundant. It doesn't do anything lack. It doesn't know how. It isn't lack. There is no lack. You're not lack. You can't experience lack. You're not experiencing lack. You're actually experiencing abundance of whatever. Abundance of not having money, abundance of sickness, abundance of worry of whatever kind. You're experiencing abundance of beauty, abundance of freedom, abundance of traveling. You're experiencing it all, and it's all abundant. Whatever you are experiencing, it's all abundant. I think it's just about deciding that these avalanches of abundance are with us, whether they're good or bad. And what is it going to take for us to finally get that and find a way to stop doing it? Stop realizing there's no lack. Lack is not possible here. Lack is not possible on this earth plane. Isn't that great to know? I really didn't know that till today. I wish I could say that I did, but I really didn't know that till today. In fact, I didn't even know that till tonight. In fact, I didn't even know that till like an hour before you guys logged on. Seriously, I was going to talk about something completely different. Silly me. Okay. My cards. I've been doing some awesome readings lately using 3 decks, but I can't do that for you guys because we only have 30 minutes. So here we go. I'm going to use the Archangel Tarot. And since it's Shanti's birthday, I shall start with Shanti. And then I will work my way down the list. It's such a relief to know that there is absolutely no lack in this world. It's such a relief to know that there's absolutely no lack in my life whatsoever. Ever. Hey, check out this before I go on. I just want to show you these because I haven't been on Facebook in like weeks, and I don't know when I'm ever going back, but I don't have anybody to show my cool stuff, so I want to show you. So I made this. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, I don't think you can see it very good. So it's such a, I did such beautiful work on this, seriously. I wish I had something with a dark background so you could see. Maybe this. So anyway, it has this beautiful, it's rose quartz, and then it has these crystals, sparkly crystals on it on the side. So you can't really see how beautiful this is. And then this is a rose quartz, and then there's like sparkly crystals in between. And then this is, I think it's called howlite, but it's supposed to be like turquoise, but it's a fake turquoise, but it's still beautiful. It looks like turquoise. So it's pink and turquoise, and it's totally throat chakra and heart chakra. So speaking from a place of love, and it's so pretty. It sits like this. And so it sits right on your heart chakra. It's so beautiful. It has such amazing energy. And then this is the clasp. Beautiful, eh? And then I made this one. If you could see that in person, you would be like blown away. It's so pretty. This one I still have to put the clasp on, but it's a rose, it's all rose quartz, and it's really sparkly. And the rose quartz crystals here, they're all like faceted, so they're super sparkly, and in between is little crystals. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's super sparkly and super pretty. I think you can see some of the sparkle, but so pretty, and the energy is so beautiful. Of course, rose quartz is love. And then when it gets the clasp, it will sit. It'll have the same kind of clasp as the other, and it'll just sit like that. So pretty. I wish you guys could see it in person. So pretty. These are crystals here on the side too. Anyway, just wanted to show somebody something. Where's my cards? Oh. Okay. Here we go. Shanti, this is for you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, we're going to Atlantis next week. And I need to see if I need to change the webinar unless we broadcast live from Atlantis. That could be a possibility. Actually, that would be really cool. Maybe we should do that. Okay, I'll let you guys know what's up. I have to check the dates. So it's myself and yeah, we're having a journey with a few people, and so it's small, but it'll be very good, I'm sure. I hope. Okay, Shanti, here's your card. As soon as it pops out, that is. Okay. Knight of Raphael. Romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective, committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Wow. And this is the card. So when I look at this, I see this knight, and he's really riding out, but the water is a bit choppy and stormy. So even though you're going after what you want, you're having some choppy waters. There's things that I'm hearing some unsettling and some belief stuff that needs to be sorted out. And water stands for intuition. So what I'm hearing is turn your thoughts around and think the best of people. And like these words, well, I don't know, you can think romantic if you want, but I just feel like things that make your heart flutter. So changing your thoughts to make you feel good. So when you see certain people, that you think good things about them, and bring in that avalanche of goodness that you're ready for from certain people or certain person. So change the thoughts around and bring that avalanche in, because you can, just like that, now that we know. Okay, Brenda. I'm reading the chat. Give me a card for Brenda, please. Okay, this one just jumped. 9 of Gabriel. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. And I really like this card. It's very Indian looking. And Archangel Gabriel is the archangel that helps with communication, right? So let me see what this card is telling me. What I'm hearing is you're being helped, and that if you need to say things, to call on Archangel Gabriel to help speak through her, so that you can say what you need to say in the way that you need to say it. What she's saying is life is changing, and you're changed, and you're changing. You continue to change. So you can't keep sitting back in the old mold. Interesting, we just spoke about this. But you can't keep coming from the place of the old mold, because the more you keep trying to be in the mold of who you were, the more that people will continue treating you as if you are that person that you are no longer. So you've got to wake up every day and recreate who you are, and stick to your morals, and be in your integrity with who you are, and tell people who you are, and tell people how you feel. And just speak from your truth, because as long as you keep trying to be yesterday or the days before that, that's what people are going to respond to you like, and it's going to be really frustrating for you. So keep talking about how you feel, keep talking about what you believe, keep talking about what you'll accept and what you won't accept, and just being firm in your truth, and working with Archangel Gabriel. She's supporting you. She's standing there, she's got one hand behind you, and she's like, let's go. Be who you are, and say what you need to say when you need to say it, and just keep doing that, because the more consistent you are with that, the more people will get used to knowing that they need to keep changing and shifting when it comes to you, and that's okay. Be open to change. Okay. So who's next? Homer. Homer. Oops. It's this one. Ace of Michael. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And this is a very powerful picture of Archangel Michael. He's at the top of his game. He's at the top of the peak, and he's got his sword, and he's like, I am powerful, and I'm on top of my world, and I'm just going to stay in my power and do what I need to do. And actually, it looks like, I wish this was becoming clearer, it looks like one of your poses. So what this is telling me is that when you're in your pose, you're in your power. And, you know, poses aren't just for the power of a picture. So live those poses every day. Whoever you become when you are in a pose, be that in your every waking day, in your every moment, in your whoever you're dealing with, just be in that pose. That pose is not a power pose just for a picture. The pose is supposed to be who you are always. So if it wasn't, then it would be like you were pretending, right? It would be like, well, I'm just pretending for this picture. Because when I'm not in this picture, I'm not in this power, and I'm not living from this place of this pose of who I feel and who I am. So they're saying, you know, you got to match your energy, match your vibration, be in integrity, and live from that place of your poses in your daily dealings. That is a very powerful message indeed. Okay. Let's see who's next. Alma. Okay, yours just popped up too. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I had pulled, when I pulled Homer's card, another card came with it, but I knew clearly that it was the card that I read. The other card, I just looked at it because it was flipped over in the deck like this. And so I fished it back out and I read it, and it said, make a decision if you just make a decision. So when I pulled your card, it says 15, decision. So I think that's probably a sign for me. 15, decision, Archangel Jophiel. Release from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. And there's beautiful Jophiel. And as we all know, Jophiel is the archangel of helping us to see the love and beauty in everything and everyone and every situation around us. So what I'm seeing are a lot of peace doves here, and I don't know if those are peace doves, but that's what they look like to me, and they're all flying around. And oh, actually they're coming out of this cage. She's freeing these peace doves to bring you peace. And she says, you know, peace is real. And when you're not in peace, when you're in that, I'm just giving you how she's saying it, in that lack and worry, that your peace is drained from you. And it's time for you to stand up and be confident and do what you need to do. Get out there. Just go get what you deserve and what you want. Just go get it. It's there for you. And she's like going, it's everywhere. It's there, it's everywhere. You just have to get yourself together and do it. You did it before, you can do it again, you can do it better than ever. You have the knowledge, you have the answers, you just need to free yourself from this cage. See that cage? Free yourself from that cage and give yourself the peace and freedom to experience the beauty in life and the abundance in life. So all it is going to take is you to just make the decision and do it. Make the decision and do it. I got that card last week. So, okay. Who's next? Liz. And Liz is here because she doesn't have school this week because it's a holiday today. Okay, Liz. 8 of Gabriel. A great deal of activity. Sudden and immediate results. Important communication. And look at her. She is on a mission and she's got a lot of support with her. Look at all these amazing birds just supporting her, accompanying her, showing her the way, guiding her, just making her feel really just loved and protected. And the birds are really cool if you can see them. They're all different birds. There's like a red bird and a blue one, and there's an owl and a peace dove, and birds that I can't even see that. But they're all different cool birds. So what I'm seeing, because there are all these different cool birds, is you have a lot of different opportunities coming your way. In fact, you're in them already. You're already in the energy of all of them. Some of them are closer, some of them are more distant. But what she's saying is align with what you really want, and then those opportunities can unfold for you. So she's showing me that, not that you're not clear, but she's like saying get clearer and really decide which way you want to go. You can have more than one, but get really clear with what that is, because they're all around you, and it's just a matter of you. She actually says, what I'm hearing is there are a lot, so that you can see all these birds. So there's a lot of them around you, but not necessarily do you have to do all of them. In fact, I keep hearing that she says there's too many things that you have on the table. So pick like 2, 3, 4 and make them your priority, and then allow them to come. The energy's already with you. It's already happening. All you have to keep doing is talking about what you do, talking about whatever it is, whatever the subject matter is. Keep talking to people, because the more you talk to people, the more the doors fly open. And she's saying that they're going to keep putting the right people in your pathway to make sure that you're getting all the contacts. At the same time, sometimes people come into your life temporarily and for a very short time, but it's in order to make the contact, and then you're supposed to move on. So just because something seemed right at the moment that it came in, if something just is not really flowing with it, even though it feels like it should, then that's just a sign to, kind of like just cut the cord and move on to the next, because a lot of different opportunities and people are going to come in. And some of them are just for the connection. And so they're avenues for other people to come in through. So it's not like you say, oh, well, you're not in alignment and I don't want to deal with you. It's just that, you deal with them for a little while and then move on, and not being stuck in something that doesn't absolutely feel exactly right to you, like something seems a little off or different or weird. Just move on. But it's for the connection. So some connections are supposed to be for temporarily. Not that they're going to be temporary, but that they are going to be avenues for other connections to come in. And some connections are going to be stronger that you're going to continue to work with. It's all about the networking. That's what she says. It's all about the networking. She's helping you with that. So far, almost everybody got Gabriel. Okay, I think Paulette's the last one that's here. And then I will do the people who are not here. Okay. Paulette. Paulette, this is for you. Ariel. 3 of Ariel. Do what you love. A time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors. Working with others in a cooperative manner. And I don't know how this is him doing what he loves, but I guess this guy must love tinkering with things. Because there's just like all kinds of little things that he's happy about. So what I'm hearing is it is the little things that you can be happy about. Don't always feel like it's supposed to be this big, huge explosion of amazingness that lands and just like, bam, look at this. This is like it. That you have to start with the little things and work your way up. So find the little things that you love doing. Even if it's like taking a walk or making a snow angel or doing something artistically or enjoying some of the things that you have, that you own, that you like to do, whether it's reading or writing or singing or dancing. It all really starts in the small things. What I'm hearing is that you keep waiting for the big things to happen. And so when those don't happen, you kind of get like, oh, you know, that's not happening yet. And what they want you to do is stay on the track with the small things so the big things can come in. Because they keep saying that you wait for the bigger things and then you lose steam because you don't see it happening. So then you don't really believe it that much, or you're not putting that much focus on it. So just keep whatever, you know, things that you love. And look, he has a lot of just little things that he loves. Just keep doing things and working with things and, yeah, doing things that you love, and then the bigger things will come. Don't lose steam, okay? It's Archangel Ariel. So now I'm going to go to the people who are not here, and I will do one for Caitlin. Whoa, Caitlin, you're just flipped out. Okay, number 16, change your life. Archangel Chamuel, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. And here is the guy looking out. This is Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel is the finding angel. It helps you find, what I'm hearing is helping you find joy and experiencing life in the way that's joyful and that feels good and that you're having fun. So change your life, Archangel Chamuel, sudden revelation, offers freedom. Hold on, I'm just getting a message for you. Break free of procrastination, embrace the opportunities that change brings. And what I'm hearing is that there is change that goes on in your life, but it comes in increments. And so that's what they're saying, that you think that it's coming in increments, but actually it's coming in an avalanche. That there's a lot of change going on. And either you choose to change or you don't. Well, that's obvious, right? But notice where you could be making changes that you're not. Things that you are compromising that are bringing you, that if you didn't compromise, you would have a lot more joy. Like, just don't always compromise to make other people happy or to put yourself aside. To put yourself there. What he's showing me is he's taking you and he's putting you to the front of the line. He's like, come here, because all these other people are in the line, and I'm taking you from this part of the line, and I'm taking you and putting you in the front of the line. So that means that you are procrastinating, not procrastinating, but you're putting other people in front of you. You could be procrastinating because it says this on the card, but what I'm hearing is you're putting other people ahead of your happiness and you're compromising your happiness. And if you were at the front of the line and you could choose, what would you choose? And so he wants you to find this joy and find this happiness, but not compromise yourself. And for you to always see yourself at the front of the line, put yourself first. Because honestly, if you're happy, if you're joyful, if you're doing the things that, and you're not compromising, then you're actually doing everybody a favor in your life, right? Because everybody is just a reflection of ourselves. So if you put yourself behind yourself, then everybody is putting themselves behind themselves. You got to put yourself at the front, be the leader, be the example, and it's okay. You can have anything you want, but if you put yourself at the front of the line, you're going to choose your own happiness ahead of others. And that is okay. That is okay. It's not selfish. Okay, the next person I am going to do is Christy. Christy. Oh, wow. We saw this card already tonight. Knight of Raphael. Romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective, committed, romantic relationships. Being swept off your feet. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter. And there we are. Archangel Raphael. And this is a knight card. And what I'm hearing is your knight is emerging from the dark. Make new plans. Create a new life based on how things are now and not how things were before. Today is a new day and every day is a new day. Live from your newest day in your newest way. He's a poet and I didn't know it. Actually, this actually says poetic. Wow, he is a poet. I was joking, but I guess I wasn't. Yeah, I'm hearing dramatic changes. Communicate your needs, communicate what you would like to see for, I feel like this is you and Roger. So communicate with Roger what you see as important and for your future. And both of you need to really just talk and stop being like in the past, because you're both just not even those people anymore since what happened with him. You are new people and new situations, even new likes, new ways of being, new things that you like to do. There's a lot more appreciation. There is tons of abundance for you, and just choose the things that feel the best. So wake up every day and be the new you. Let go of the past, cut the cords to the past. You're not that anymore, okay? So enjoy your newness every day in every way, because he's a poet and now we know it. Well, actually, I never knew that Archangel Raphael was a poet, but now I do know it. Okay, enough of that poetic stuff. This is for I guess I'm going to make Ramin be the last one. This is for you. Okay, Queen of Raphael. Kind, understanding, giving, psychic. Follow your heart. A love of home and family. Trustworthy psychic information. And what I'm hearing here is trust your gut. And so that's interesting because this is Queen of Raphael and this is a queen card. She's sitting in water. Look at this. This is like a really cool card. She's sitting in water with dolphins jumping in the background, but she's sitting in water, and that's just like a really psychic queen. I believe this is the Queen of Cups in the tarot deck. So she's the one with she holds the cup and she's like looking into the future. What I'm hearing is really trust your gut. Trust your intuition. You're swimming in intuition, and go where your heart wants you to go, and do what your heart wants you to do. I feel a lot of healing around you if you'll allow that to happen, giving yourself some time and space to be able to take that space to shift and upgrade, trusting your messages. There's a, the dolphins symbolize a lot of joy and magic. The water is all about intuition, and this is the queen who is very intuitive and really just leads her life from a very calm, knowing place of heart. So go where your heart leads you. Do what you need to do. And I'm also feeling that there's a lot of healing that is for you at this time. And you see these beautiful colors of this turquoise blue ocean? Are you sure you're not going to Bimini? Because that's what it looks like. And I'm hearing there's a lot of answers there for you. So yeah, do what you need to do to take time for yourself for healing. It's one thing to provide healing and support for other people, but there's another time for you to have that space where it's a joy, it's a good feeling healing. It's not about, oh, I'm releasing, oh, I'm going through this shift. Oh, it's about taking the time and space to enjoy your own self-healing and doing what you need to do to upgrade your energy and your expansion and your connection. Okay, Ramin, and then I think that's it. Hope I didn't forget anyone. Wow, it's 11:40. Sorry, you guys. Well, okay, Ramin, yours just fell out of the deck. It is Knight of Ariel. Trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. There is much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. Being watched over by someone kind. And this is a, I guess this is a knight because he's on a horse. Anyway, yeah, what I'm hearing is you are being looked after, not just by people, but angels. And what I'm hearing is earth angels, that you have people of the human race that are genuinely wanting to help you and guide you. So don't get on your high horse. Like, get off your horse and get down to the level of everybody else, and know that there's always something for you to understand, and there's always something for you to learn. And the way you do that is to join the person. So get down with her and do the work with her, rather than sit up at your horse and look down at her doing her work, telling her what to do. Somebody would always appreciate more if you get off your high horse and work with them. That sounds so funny. Get in, get your hands dirty, work with them. Don't be above people. Nobody is above anybody. Even God is not above us, okay? So get off your high horse, get a little bit of humility, and join hands with the people that you're working with and get things done together. You're always going to do much better when you create a team of people that are participating together than feeling a hierarchy and then being a separate person to all of that's going on. When you create a team, then you get people that are dedicated and will do a way better job with you. So get off your high horse and come down to earth and work with the people around you. Okay, that's it. Okay, so let's just do a quick little meditation. And so if you're wearing glasses, take your glasses off. If you need to get off the webinar, just come back with the recording and watch the meditation. That's fine. Take off your glasses and close your eyes and start taking some nice deep breaths. And just shake out your hands and your legs and your feet, and move your neck around, your head, move your shoulders around. And take some nice deep breaths all the way down to the bottom of your abdomen. Now take some breath all the way down to your toes. And really blow out that old stale air. Send your grounding cords down to the core of the earth. And allow them to wrap around the giant crystal in the center of the earth, pulsing earth energy straight up your grounding cords to your first chakra and back down. Moving your attention to the center of your head and dropping down slightly. Feel your spirit, your presence coming into your body, grounding down into your feet, and expanding out into every part of your body and into your aura. Keep breathing. I want you to imagine the color and vibration of an avalanche of constant abundance. What does that color look like to you? See it flowing through all of your aura, making sure it's nice and thick all the way around you, above your head, below your feet. And just let that energy swirl around you and inside of you, like a really slow moving vortex of avalanche of abundance energy. Wow, what does that feel like to you? What does avalanche of abundance energy feel like to you? Breathe it in. Feel it swirling around you and through you. And as it's swirling, it cuts any cords to the illusion that there was ever lack in your life. Now that you know that no matter what you're experiencing, you know that it's avalanches of abundance, we're playing a whole new game now. And we are living from a completely different dimension now. And I want you to expand your energy, your presence, feel your presence grounded in you. And I want you to expand it larger. Just feel it just maybe go out 6 feet around you. However that feels, just feel your presence expanded and feel that avalanche of abundance energy spinning through you and around your presence. How much more powerful do you feel right now? I'm sure a lot. Open your crown chakra and see that crown chakra opening and expanding like a beautiful violet lotus flower. So beautiful. The petals are infinite. And allow Creator's golden white sparkly light to come pouring down into that beautiful violet lotus flower, and it just drinks up that light, leaving tons of tingles and sparkles and light in every part of that infinite lotus flower, and then pouring those tingly, sparkly Creator light into your mind, just clearing it down into your body, clearing your body, just showering in like a continuous waterfall down through your arms and just pouring through your hands, down through your feet, pouring through your feet, pouring through your nose hole, your nostrils, out your mouth if it's open, out of your ears. Just abundance of this beautiful golden white sparkly light is pouring through every part of you and coming out of every opening that you possibly have, and even ones that I won't mention. And feel that swirling around you as well into your avalanche of abundance energy, and notice how that just shifted you into much more, until that just added so much more to your presence. I am that I am Say that. I am that. I am. And I just want you to say to yourself, thank you for the lessons. Thank you for showing me the abundance of my contrast that I have been experiencing. And I am ready to allow that to release because of my new truth that the universe only responds with abundance because that's all it knows. So we are cutting the cords to any lack, any worry, any low feeling, not good feeling things in our life. Let's ask Archangel Sandalphon to come put his basket in front of you and just allow any of those illusions of lack energy. You don't even have to name them all. Just let it go. Just breathe and let them go into that basket. Keep breathing and keep letting it go. And now let's fill ourselves back up with this creator, sparkly golden white light and swirling that abundance, that avalanche of abundance energy through us to fill up all those areas of energy that we just released. We always have to remember that if we let go of something out of our space, we have to fill it back up. And breathe. I really want you to just breathe in that avalanche of abundance energy mixed with that gold and white sparkly light. Keep breathing in. I am at peace. Repeat after me. I am at peace. The universe only responds with avalanches of abundance. I am so excited to finally know this. And keep breathing. I set my thoughts and beliefs to knowing that I will only focus on what makes me feel good. Because as I think, as I breathe, as I believe, as I do, as I feel, I only experience avalanches of abundance. And so it is. Breathe. I want you to imagine a Merkaba, the same color of that avalanche of abundance, laced with that golden white sparkly light, spinning in your first chakra, upgrading your first chakra to match that energy. So we're going to spin these in each one of our chakras so that every area of our life gets upgraded to realize and believe and know this truth, that everything is an avalanche of abundance. So for your home, survival, your well-being, everything associated with money or survival or your basic needs, you have a Merkaba spinning in your first chakra. And keep breathing. And now put one in your second chakra, your relationships, your sexuality, creativity, manifesting, creation. Now one in your third chakra for your personal power. Feel or imagine these Merkabas spinning in your chakras. Another one spinning in your heart chakra. Love, relationships. So that's pretty much love in every relationship that you have in this world, whether it's a thing, a situation, or a person. One in your throat chakra, spoken and unspoken communication. One spinning in your third eye, sixth chakra, your intuition, visualization, manifestation, seeing the unseen, trusting your gut, psychic abilities. And now in your crown chakra, spirituality, your connection to source, your divine light, your abundance, your avalanche of abundance. And now one that goes all the way around your body and spins also in your aura, your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body. And how about even bigger, just going out into infinity of I am that I am. Wonderful. Breathe. And when you're ready, you can come back. And so I want you to remember, besides the whole avalanche of abundance thing, that tomorrow you are a different person than you were today. In fact, right now you are a different person than you were 2 hours ago, even 1 hour ago, even 2 minutes ago. And I want you to write yourself a reminder that every day you have to change to meet who you are. So when you wake up in the morning, you ask yourself, who am I today? And today I am silly and playful. And I'm going to play in avalanches of abundance. I'm just going to play with all my avalanches of abundance today, because that's who I am right now. And be silly and play. Write down the things that you're shifting so you can play in them. Or you might wake up and say, who am I today? I am just peaceful today. And today, I'm just peace. That's who I am today. Okay, every day, wake up and ask yourself who you are that day. And be that. Be current. Don't live in your yesterdays. Don't be who you were when you're not. Be current. Be who you are that day, in that moment, at that time, and allow yourself to experience yourself fully as you are feeling. We have so many aspects of ourselves. And that's what we're here doing, is experiencing all aspects of ourselves. And so allow yourself to do that. Don't lock yourself into, this is who I am, and this is what I do every day, and this is how I act, and this is how people expect me to be, and this is what I'm going to just do today because this is what I do every day, or this is what I've done every Wednesday for the last 10 years. How boring. Be who you are every day. Be fresh. Be current. And remember, focus that everything is an avalanche of abundance. And that really it might make a difference in how you allow yourself to feel, think, and be. And we'll see how you guys all do. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I will email you once I look at the schedule and see what's going on for the next meeting. I have a feeling I will be out of town. So I will see what that means, and I will let you know. Okay, everyone. Much love, and go out there and play in your avalanches of abundance. Now that we have the keys, it's up to us to turn them and walk through the door. And so we are. All right, everybody, thank you, and I will see you again in a few weeks. Bye.